Substance Abuse Among Vancouver's Homeless Youth by Talal Jarrah, Josie Tran, Serenity Gaudet, Cody Groeneveld, Miranda Emery. The world has recently crossed the 50% threshold of individuals who are living in urban centers. As this transition continues, urban centers are required to accommodate the high demand for housing in spaces that are growing so rapidly. In Canada, homelessness and displacement has become one of Canada's largest social challenges, with an estimated 150,000 youth who are considered homeless or without stable housing. This indicates that approximately 2.5% of Canadians, the entire Canadian population, is homeless youth between the ages of 15 and 24. In Vancouver alone, there is approximately 1,600 homeless individuals. Yet, in Canada in total, 1 in 5 children lives in poverty, 1 in 4 being First Nations, with 1 million Canadian kids who go to school hungry every day. And 1 in 7 homeless Canadians in total is a child. Research has shown that there is a multitude of socio-ecological factors that contribute to this issue, including experiences of family violence, neglect, abandonment, abuse, as well as financial instability and mental illness. Vancouver's homeless community has one of the highest rates of substance abuse in the country, with 18% who use cocaine, 50% use crack, 28% who use heroin, and 27% who use amphetamines. We believe that these statistics provide compelling insight into the magnitude of Vancouver's homeless and substance abuse crisis and feel as though we are required to step in.
The SFU Outreach Program's objective is to establish a 15% reduction in long-term substance abuse amongst urban homeless youth living on the downtown east side. The program duration will be 1 year long. Additionally, through the process of harm reduction, the program aims to create a 25% reduction in unsafe needle use by supplying clean needles and equipment to downtown east side homeless youth. Lastly, in a year's time, half of the participants will utilize the shelters that partnerships provide. At the end of the project, the success of the objectives will be measured through surveys and questionnaires distributed to the participants. We at SFU Outreach expect to achieve our program objectives through training staff and volunteers to provide naloxone and CPR in emergencies, as well as provide culturally sensitive communication skills when counseling and educating our youth on matters such as safe drug use, access to food and beverages, access to safe housing, and primary care. SFU Outreach will be working alongside some of Vancouver's most reputable youth service organizations to meet its goals, such as Inner City Youth Mental Health, Downtown Community Health Center, Covenant House Vancouver, Downtown Eastside Women's Center, Success, and a special partnership between Vancouver Coastal Health and ourselves to fully integrate their Safe Needle Exchange program into our services.
At SFU Outreach, we provide community outreach. Our 2 peer support workers, along with their trained and informed volunteers, will be spearheading our 2-day-a-week drop-in center and our outbound Safe Needle and drug exchange equipment. No longer do our youth have to come to us every day. To us, Safe Needle Exchange is one of the most important key elements to protecting our youth from the risk of infectious disease. Through this program, we expect the short-term outcomes of this program to include increased drug safety awareness, increased knowledge of access to safe drug equipment, practical life skills, and increased motivation. The medium-term outcomes we will expect is utilization of safe drug equipment, attending guest speakers and workshops, and increased resources available to SFU Outreach. The long-term outcomes we will expect is a reduction in substance abuse, needle exchange success, a positive community impact, and the diffusion of knowledge.
It is essential to the success of SFU Outreach for our organization to be able to conduct an evaluation of our harm reduction program. In evaluating our program, we'll be assessing multiple facets of our services and its success throughout our data collection and surveillance technology. For knowledge sharing, the first stage is we will be planning to send the results of our program to the Health Science Department at SFU to ensure that our results and intervention have met the standards needed in order to further publish the results to other organizations. The second stage will involve organizations that we will send our results to, which will include Fraser Health and Vancouver Coastal Health. Third stage, we will try to send our results to key influential figures that can play a role in health interventions similar to ours in the future. These include coordinators such as Shane Ramsey and Steve Matthias. Final stage, we will disseminate our results to the public via newspapers, social media, and local news outlets in order to raise awareness on the issue of substance abuse among the homeless youth living in Vancouver.
SFU Outreach is asking for a budget of $100,000 for the first year of operations. Our budget plan is divided into 5 main components, including salary, volunteer training, material supplies, educational activities, and in-kind contributions. SFU Outreach will pay more than half of the budget to hire employees. It's important for SFU Outreach to have one part-time coordinator who is expected to work 22 hours per week and 3 community nurses who directly work with homeless youth to reduce their substance abuse issues.